Okay, so this is the Casio TR100, or the Casio Tryx as it's called in the US, I think. This has just turned up today. Let me open the box. Well packaged as usual, but then Amazon do tend to package things rather well. So let me tidy up as I go. So we have a ton of material. A receipt, which I'll keep safe, and then a very neat box. So this is the actual packaging. Looks great, as you can see. Judging by the packaging, it's designed for the young crowd, so clearly not me. As an old man, I'm not hip enough for this, but I'm going to use it. And then we have some of the spec on the side here. Let's have a look what we have. So it does HDR Art, I'll show you what that looks like. Premium Auto, high-speed XLM engine, 12.1 megapixels, 21 wide angle, which is extremely wide. 2x SR zoom, I think that's a digital zoom. 3-inch, 7.6 centimeter touch interface on the LCD. And HD movie, which is really what I've got it for. And as you can see here, it has a little flip stand to make it easier for use out and about. So let's unpack. And inside the box looks just as nice. We've got some more information on the back. And this tells us that we have software for Windows. It's a bit windy in here, so the door keeps slamming. We can run it on the Mac as well, Mac OS X. We have a USB adapter, an AC power cord, a USB cable, a strap, and the CD-ROM inside here. And it works with iPhoto. Fantastic. So, let's see what's actually in the box. It's a fairly new unit, the Casio XLIM TR100. The main selling point is this rotatable screen or body. So, instruction manual, CD I think is in there as well, which I'm going to put to one side. A little strap, fantastic. A UK power plug, power cord, and this, and this is the USB cable. Another USB cable, so I'm collecting millions of these now. Then we have the actual unit itself. Come back to that. In here, I guess, is the fairly neat charger. But let me take this out. I've got a kind of instruction, so let's have a quick look at the instruction. The danger warning. Okay, so we connect it to an IT power distribution system, fantastic. And if we're not in the USA, use a suitable plug, which we've got on the cord already fitted. That will depend where you buy. I don't know where the battery is. I I think it must be built in. Let's have a look. Just make some space. All these many cables and bits and pieces out of the way. So this is incredibly slim. I can feel that already. So quite small. Not quite the size of my hand. I've got relatively small hands. So this is what it looks like close up. And the back of the unit. Fantastic large screen, as you can see. Now let me work out how this turns. I think it just... Do you push? What do you do? Is there a catch to release? I would guess this is a release. Is it? I don't know. So, well done. I've just stuck my fingers on the lens. Nope, I managed to miss it. That's cool. And I think there's a plastic... Yeah, there's a plastic protective strip. Those things I normally hate. In this case, I'm very glad we've got one. So how does this work? I'm not quite sure where to push. Or do we just push like that? Okay. So we have the screen and then a grip. You can use it like this. Or if you're filming yourself or you want to show somebody, you would flip the screen round like this. I will charge this and then take some footage to show you the quality of the image. So you can use the stand like this. Horizontal, vertical, fantastic. Or for filming yourself, so it's actually surprisingly convenient to hold it with this frame. Yeah. Okay, let me get this charged up, and then what I will do is show you some footage from the unit. Just before I do, let's have a look. On-off switch. No idea what this is yet, but we'll see. And I think that's the end of the controls on the unit. These two buttons here. We have, what is it? A mini USB port here, an HDMI cable output, which is quite handy if you want to plug this into your TV and show your movies or whatever. Anything else of note? There's a card slot here. Now I don't think this comes with a card, but fortunately I have plenty of those, so that's okay. But it is something you would have to budget for, because you will have to buy one. Okay, and that would appear to be that. Now this particular unit appears to be scratched. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to get that replaced, because having paid good money for this, I don't want something that's marked. It won't affect the operation of it, that's for sure, but even so. So we have a nice, fairly stable grip, a rotating multi-angle large LCD, so we can shoot down, up, anywhere you like really. And between the rotation and the swivel, oh look how much it swivels. Oh, I believe it's 360 degrees, that's great. I didn't realise that, but you can swivel this round as much as you want. So whether you're left-handed or right-handed, no problem. That's pretty good. Now the real test is the quality of the footage, and as soon as this is charged, I'm going to show you. So this is an outdoor test of the Casio. As you can see, the colours are quite bright, and the exposure is perfect. The LCD is quite visible even in fairly good light like this, and it's very easy to use. The frame's not as easy to hold still as I thought originally, but I suppose that can be dealt with by means of some kind of clamp used on a tripod. You can get those on eBay for a few pounds or a few dollars. I'll probably report on one when I've got one. I'm going to show you some natural colours in a moment so you can see how well it does with foliage and trees and so on. So there we go. The natural colours to give you an idea of how well it copes. And we have a tremendous macro on this. I think it's 5 centimetres. Oh, that wasp has gone. I was going to show you a wasp. Anyway, let's just pan round to a much darker area and see how it copes. So this is in the shade. Now I'm in direct sunlight, as you can see, because I'm squinting. It's quite bright. There's been a break in the clouds, although they're moving steadily, so it's going to go dull again in a moment. But the colour seems to be pretty good, and as I say, the frame is a little bit difficult to hold, more so than I expected actually. I'll show you silhouette in a moment with me standing back to the sun, and we'll see how the exposure mechanism copes. There's auto, plane going by. There's auto and premium auto. The premium auto is completely automatic. With the auto, you can make some settings or changes to the individual settings. So for a true point and shoot, you would use premium auto. This is currently in auto mode, so if I wanted to, I could make some allowance for backlight and so on. Okay. So when the Casio went dead, it was quite a disappointment. As a camera, I think it's wonderful. The LCD screen is really clear, very bright, and the twistable frame made it very easy to point the LCD screen towards me so I could see what I was taping. Now, that's the main reason I looked at the Casio, because I wanted to be able to see what was framed within the shot. However, when I had to send the unit back, I thought long and hard about what was important to me. Now, it seemed to me that the framing ability was still important, so I then had a look at the Sony Bloggy Touch. Now, you'll be able to see my review just by clicking on the link, and you'll see what conclusions I came to with that camera. The Sony Bloggy Touch was almost as wide angle a lens as the Casio, but not quite. And the LCD screen, well, have a look at the review and get it first hand.